What's up, guys? Welcome back to Big Yogi'z Garage. Today I got Brian Lee. What's up, Brian?
What's up with you, brother? How you feeling today?
Good, man. How you doing?
Today a good day. Appreciate
Good?
it. It's rainy, my body's sore, but it's a good day.
Yeah, good. The rain sucked all day. I was like horrible. I was like, but we got to just keep going. We can't let the weather.
Never. I was up at 5 in the morning working out.
Yeah, I got up a little late. I've been in a little funk this last couple of weeks, but we want to talk about your event.
Okay.
I seen on Facebook, and I've been hearing everybody talking about you got this big event. Tell me about your event.
Okay, so this event is called the Midwest Freak Factory Showcase. Okay.
I got it right here.
So
Midwest High School Showcase, right?
Yeah, I'm throwing one for the junior high one the same day too. They right after each other. Okay, so they gonna mirror each other. All right. So, but let's talk about the high school one because the same thing goes for the high school. It's gonna follow for the middle school and elementary kids as well. Okay. So when I was in high school, my mom had to take me to like 16 to 10 different camps a year. Each camp was at least $75 to $100 per camp. You know what I mean? So let's go to a showcase. The showcase was $250, and I wasn't guaranteed a scholarship or anything. I'm not saying if you come to this showcase and just show up that you're gonna get a scholarship. You got to put in some work, but the universities is gonna actually be there. Okay, so a lot of people gonna look at this. They're gonna be like, so what is a showcase and what's a showcase? Why do you want us to go to your showcase? Right?
Yeah.
So the big thing about the Freak Factory Showcase is when we are in this area, we really don't have a really big recruiting pipeline for every school. Every kid don't get the same microscope. You know, like if you go to Central or Whitmer or St. John's, they have their own showcases, you know, and it's on May 17th for them guys, okay? So the one thing about their showcase is they invite universities, but the universities come and they kind of limited themselves to what they can say and do to the universities, okay? They come in and they kind of evaluate these kids, and most kids, if they have a really good camp, they get invited to the personal camp for the university. Why would you go spend $300 to take your mom to go to Columbus and Ohio State don't even know who you are? You're not even on their radar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this factory, you know what I mean? I'm gonna have a representative from Ohio State there. I'm gonna have a representative from almost every conference so that your kid can get the most out of this. And they don't have to go far. It's gonna be right in their own backyard.
Yeah. It's gonna be right here in Perrysburg, right?
Perrysburg,
Rossford,
Perrysburg, the same kind of area.
It's right in that little area. It's the address is gonna be 9300 Bass Pro Shop. Bass Pro. That's exactly where it's at.
Rossford Boulevard, kind of by Bass Pro.
Yeah, right by Bass Pro. That's what the street is called. I looked up the address and everything. I put it on my thing.
I got you.
Yeah. So so what do people what can people expect at the showcase?
Okay, so the main thing about the showcase is so sometimes when you go to camps, there are some camps that are strictly like combine based, where you do like a 40 time, you do a shuttle, you do a broad jump. They put you through a 3-cone drill. They checking to see how fast you are, how quick you can move side to side, how high you could jump, okay? And then the thing about a showcase is we're gonna do both. So the first part of the showcase is gonna be combine based, where the universities, they're gonna have their whole clipboards with every so let's say you come, and the reason why I want everybody to pre-register so that I can put you on the roster, so that I can send your name to University of West Virginia. You know what I mean? West Virginia offered Jason Kelly. I train Jason Kelly every day. That kid works hard. Okay. But I'm only using this kid for example. Okay. Jason Kelly has about 17 or 18 offers. Okay. And when you start to accumulate offers, these universities want to see your progression. What have you did from last year to this year? Have you put on the weight that we told you? Have you worked on the areas we told you to work on? And they're willing to come to a showcase to see that, because why would they want you to waste your time on spending money to get you to come down there if you're not even the kid they want to see? You know what I mean? So if I can get the parents to sign their kids up early, I can put their names on the rosters in front of these universities that's coming in. They will have a clipboard with the kid jersey number. You know what I mean? Because every kid gonna have a sticker on. And this is gonna say number 25, and then number 25 go to Clay. Number 25 got a 3.0 GPA. Number 25 played 3 years of varsity football. It's all gonna be checked in the
so it can be more prepared for them, so they can be more prepared.
So that
they can save money too, right?
100%.
Yeah, because you said what's the price for pre is
It's $100 for pre-registration for the high school, okay? $60 for the elementary, okay? But if you wait to come at the door, it's $150 for the high school and 75
Okay.
for the elementary.
So you'll save some money, and
Tremendously.
you'll be pre-registered for the coaches will have all your
They
information.
have all your information. So that when you get to the door, you're given a random number, the coach got to scratch their head and write down who is number 75.
Yeah.
And then think about how many other kids that they're going to get wild about. They don't even know nothing about you. They don't know your grades. They don't know what school you go to. They don't know your GPA. They don't know if you clearinghouse ready. They don't know nothing about you. They don't know your position. They don't know your weight. You know what I mean? So when you pre-register, you give me more leverage that I can reach out to the universities for you. For example, let's say that you had a son that's a sophomore that's a kicker. Okay. I will contact every university. I don't care if I only have one kicker there. I will contact every university that's in our radius. You know what I mean? Our radius is 250 miles. I've been calling schools from Mississippi. You know what I mean? It don't matter to me.
Yeah.
I got the prep school from Florida.
Yeah.
They sending his friends from all different universities to come up here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
So to me, I'm dialed in on to making sure that these kids never have to go through what I had to go through as an elementary and junior high and high school. You know what I mean? I didn't have the resources to go to Ohio State. I had the talent, but I never had the resources, meaning that I didn't have no showcase to go to.
Yeah.
I had to beg someone in the neighborhood to take me to Kent State, to take me to Bowling Green. Bowling Green seems down the street until you ain't got no car and you need a ride.
And you're a kid.
And you're a kid.
Yeah.
And then you got to pay $65. And then you got to pay that gas money there and back. Then you got to feed yourself. And then you got to make sure you got water. All that stuff adds up. And then you come to my showcase, all that stuff is provided.
Yeah.
You're going to get a meal.
Yeah.
You're going to talk to universities. And then you're going to get feedback. Hey, coach, am I a big time player or am I not?
Yeah.
You know, you get to straight up ask the coaches who you look up to, but be respectful. Don't become a groupie or stage fright.
Yeah.
Be yourself. Introduce yourself, because you never know, that coach that you're talking to might be your coach.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
Yeah. So what made you have this idea for this showcase?
Okay, so when I was a sophomore, my sophomore going into my junior year, there was something called the MSR Ohio camp here at the Gold Medal. It was a guy named John McAllister, older guy, okay? He used to put us on a thing called MSR Ohio. It's pretty much like a scouting thing where you earn stars, okay? Braxton Miller was here, different type of top athletes was here, okay? And I played basketball this time, okay? So this is the first time that I was able to get in front of college coaches. The only way that I was able to be in shape is I played basketball during basketball season. So I was doing shuffling drills. I was running back and forth. I had a few good jumps because I was getting rebounds.
Yeah.
So my body was in shape. I had a really good camp. You know what I mean? And then these universities, they wanted to offer me, right? And they told me, hey, we will offer you right now, but do you know your cumulative GPA? My cumulative GPA was like a 1.7.
Yeah.
I didn't know I needed grades. Who told me that?
Nobody.
Man, get C's and D's, you get by. Just do the minimum. You know, you get by. And you the best athlete, they're going to find you. Man, I talk to almost every university you can find. And it's depressing when they can't offer you. They telling you, oh, we need you to go to this school, or we need you to come here for the summer. And you're going to be a gray shirt. You know what I mean? Then you're going to have to kind of pay for school this first year, and then you can join the football team in the spring. That's tough for a kid. A whole year of just schooling and you don't like school. Didn't nobody tell me that. So that's why I got this idea, like, I want to make sure that these kids are prepared. Okay, I sacrificed for me. I had different things going for myself, but I want to sacrifice those because there's nobody in our area promoting our kids. Think about this. The last kid that made it big from our city, they made a mock and laughed of that kid, Deshaun Kaiser. They clowned him. But what quarterback coach did we have in this area to help him out?
Nobody.
Nobody. He threw the ball probably 10 times at Central Catholic because they had all them running backs.
Yeah.
So here he is, a 5-star athlete, and he don't even have a gym. There's guys, Bubby, Dorian, those are great trainers. They're good guys. But which one of those guys played quarterback?
None of them.
Which one of those guys can help you become a quarterback coach? But Deshaun Kaiser, dad had to pay thousands of dollars to fly him out to the Elite 11 camp, to go all the way up to Redford, Michigan, to go to the Legacy camp.
Oh, okay.
There isn't nobody local to teach you or to bring someone here to teach you. So it feels like our kids are trapped in this gun violence game because that's right outside.
Yeah.
I ain't got to go far for that.
Yeah, that's right down the street.
Come on.
Or next door.
Next door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can go smoke. You know what I mean? But when it comes to working out, these kids feel like they don't have that resources because the Boys and Girls Club is not the same as how it used to be.
Yeah.
That's where I learned how to shoot a basketball.
Hey, so this thing you were talking about, is it gonna teach kids like skills too, or is it just
So,
football,
so all
like
right.
life skills and stuff, or
So that's like
is that's something you do,
that's
right?
something I do on the regular.
I know, okay, yeah.
Okay, so like for example, I got a guy. Okay, Owen Madden. Owen goes to St. John's. He plays offensive line. Okay, Owen got a brother named John Madden. Ain't that a sweet name? Right?
Hell
So I
yeah,
believe John
John
goes to
Madden.
Old Dominion. Okay, he plays
Okay.
D2 football up there. Okay, he plays
Okay.
defensive ends, a stud. Okay,
Yeah, Old Dominion, that's a good school.
it's a good school. Okay, so but the thing about Owen is Owen body is amazing. This kid is built great, but the only thing Owen doesn't have is that confidence. See me, I'm gonna put it in Owen. I'm gonna tell Owen that he's a king and he's great, and I'm gonna make sure when Owen go on that field, he knows that he's a king and he's great. On top of him having that freak factory body,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So I'm gonna find out what the weakness of the kid is, because when I was at Siena Heights University, you know. The main major I didn't take business major. I didn't take communications because that was a waste of my time. I took psych. I took psych for 2 years. I wanted to learn about the human body,
Okay.
on what's going on in our streets, why these kids doing that stuff. And the number one thing that you can do to fix your brain is work out. That has like the number one side effect to your body outside of taking a drug.
That changed my life.
You go work out, I mean, you feel like the king. You work out, you feel out, you go outside, you
Yeah.
feel that cool sweat.
Bro.
Man, your day feel great.
And not only that, but one little thing, like you start working out, and that discipline leads to a different discipline,
Discipline
which
to
leads
somewhere
to a
else.
different.
You discipline
You
yourself.
discipline your life.
I'm not going to eat after 7 p.m.
Yeah, bro.
So anytime somebody come at you at 7:15 with some food,
You're like, I'm
you don't
good.
want to.
Yeah.
So let's say you tell yourself, I'm not spending no money after the 17th.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Because you discipline. Once you go to the gym every day, you can become disciplined in anything, bro.
And that's what these universities, they want to see. So when they come to the showcase, they want to see which athlete was disciplined to develop in their body, who working on their craft.
Yeah.
Is you really about that action or you not? That's what B. Hayes say. Is you about that action? Are you going to really put in
Yeah,
this
about
work?
that action.
Is you
B.
about that
Hayes,
action?
yeah.
I love B. Hayes.
Yeah, that's my
Oh
dude.
yeah, oh yeah. Mine's
Hey,
too.
so okay, so this thing, and then I remember I listened to a podcast you were on,
Okay.
and you were saying that some kids, you weren't prepared when you first went to like a coaching thing. You didn't know, so your gym, it gets kids prepared for combines or like camps and stuff like that, right?
So like when you come work out with me, there's two different things. You know, we can hit the weight room, we can work out and work on developing your strength and your conditioning and touch your body and build your body up, your core up. Or we can do position-based training where we working on your craft.
Okay.
Like for example, when you're training for a job, okay, they make you go through all the safety protocols. Okay, they teach you about the factory, your workspace. But then you take another module on teaching you what your task is. So for example, if you are a cashier, they're going to teach you about every item that you're going to scan. They're going to teach you what action codes to enter in. As a workout guy, I know what to expect at these camps because I went to these camps.
Yeah.
I went to pro days.
Yeah.
I seen athletes that get ready for pro. I got an athlete named Bryce Mitchell who's about to get an opportunity to play in the NFL. You know what I mean? And he always tells me, hey, Coach Lee, you keep doing what you're doing. You help me out so much, getting me back going. You know what I mean? And this kid is about to go to the NFL.
That's awesome. That,
You know,
that
so
feeds you.
That feeds me. And I'm not looking for no justification on how that kid got to the level he's at now. It's a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He got a strength coach, he got a speed coach, he got a health coach, and we all work together to make sure that he passes his tests. That's what this combine and showcase is.
Yeah.
It's like a test. If you don't prepare for the test, you don't pass. But then if you don't ever take the test, the placement test, you don't know where yourself is at. How can you judge yourself against your peers?
Yeah.
Who's the best in our area?
Yeah.
Everybody say they're the
Yeah,
best.
everybody says they're the
But
best.
who is the best?
But who is the best? So that's what we're gonna find out and stuff like this.
We're going to crown who king of this city.
And then you're gonna have an award at the end of
Big
of
award.
this show. Okay. So let everybody know when the showcase is and what time and all that.
Okay, so May 28th. Okay, so hopefully you already registered. If not, add me on Facebook, Brian Lee. You know what I mean? The event is tagged on my Facebook. That is the direct link to how you sign up. You clicked interested. I'm going to send you a message to get you signed up and get you information so that I know what to send to these universities and to these colleges. Okay, from there, you will get an information log that we will be starting at 7 a.m. You like 7 a.m.? ain't no universities coming that late. They want
Yeah.
to get this stuff out the way.
Okay.
So we going from 7 a.m. You come in, you pre-register, you sign up. You know what I mean? You get your sticker, you get your breakfast, you stretch out with our dynamic coach. You know what I mean? You get to see some of these universities. You don't shake their hands at first because you got to earn that right.
Yes, sir.
You put in that work. You know, so from then we move on. 7:30, 8. We doing conditioning, we doing cardio. What I mean by conditioning cardio, that's when you're doing your combine training. That's when you getting prepared to do these drills. We starting to show you little things on how you can improve your time. Okay, so then we're gonna take 30 minutes out of our time in that camp and do strictly combine training. That's when everything is gonna be timed. It's gonna move very military style. You know what I mean? I believe that when you go to university, time is money.
Yeah.
You got different periods and you are never late on no periods. You never on time, but you're never late, but you got to show up on time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like
You know,
right
you
now.
don't get credit for showing up on time, but you get docked if that clock starts.
If you're late.
Yes, your feet got to be on that line.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? So universities, they don't want to see nobody that's coming to the showcase
Yeah,
25 to 40 minutes late,
yeah,
because then they're going to feel like you'll do that
that's cool.
at school.
Of
You're going to show up late. You're going to show up sleep in your dorm and miss the 5 a.m. workout.
Yeah. So this is very important. So we got, today's Monday the 15th. We got
Yes.
13 days into the showcase.
13 days.
13 days. Make sure everybody pre-registers. If not, you can't pre-register. $150 at the door. If you're a kid and you want to go, tell your uncles, tell your cousins, tell somebody that helps you, that goes to your games. Maybe your mom doesn't have the money. Somebody in your family, your cousins, your uncles. Some of them are ballers, man. Hit them up.
Hit 'em up.
Tell them to give you $100.
$100.
Tell them to get a hold of Brian. Tell them to get a hold of me or Brian, and we
Cut
can
some
help.
grass. It's
we
summertime.
can help. We can figure out a way with someone in your family. We can talk to someone in your family and get you in that showcase. Hit me up.
Because
we'll get you in that showcase.
The biggest thing about this, and I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here, but let's say, for example, you my uncle, hey, uncle, I need
Yeah.
$100. You say, all right, come over there and cut the grass, wash my car.
For
I'll
sure.
take that $100 and I get a full ride to East Tennessee. That's an opportunity that I would have never gotten in my life.
Absolutely.
Now, that $100 you just invested gave me a $250,000 scholarship. Now, let's say 5 years down the line, that gave me a $10 million contract.
Yeah.
Off of that $100 investment.
Yeah.
You invested in me.
Of course.
You ain't giving me nothing. You are invested in me.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like, so when it comes to this showcase, the dollar amount, you know, the reason why the dollar amount is what it is, because we have to pay for these coaches to travel. I want to
Yeah.
make sure that every coach come get a goodie bag. I want to make sure I feed all the kids. I want to make
Yeah.
sure every kid leaves with something.
Yeah, and you got to rent the dome.
You got to rent
and
the
all
dome.
that.
Oh, it's very. I'm not saying that the dome is not expensive. They've been giving out great opportunities to
Yeah.
rent the space, but it's not cheap.
Yeah.
The guys that I'm bringing in are former pro athletes. They time ain't
Absolutely.
cheap. You know what I mean? So this is, I don't want nobody to get an opportunity to be like, oh, this dude is using this
Yeah,
to make money off the kids.
Absolutely.
This is not that.
yeah,
I'm doing this specifically for these kids.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. And I know that because I've been watching your stuff, and you train kids and you train them good, bro. I've been watching. I don't got a chance to watch everything, but your stuff pops up on my
good.
Facebook all day long. So I wanted to, okay, you're Brian Lee. Everyone calls you B Lee. You're a certified personal trainer. You're a nutritionist. And then I read on your Facebook, it said elite football developer, right?
Yes.
So I know that about you. I've seen that about you. I want to know a little bit about your background and how did you grow up?
Okay. So my mom, Bernice Nolan, you know, my dad, Brian Lee, you know what I mean? My mom, she has 3 kids. It's me, Brianna, and Devon. All right, I'm the middle. I'm not the middle. I'm the baby.
Okay.
Okay. My brother is a hard-working man. He take care of his family. My sister was legit the brains of the family. She had a full ride to Ohio State off of her academics, and she went to Scott.
Okay.
Cheerleader, beautiful, boom. But then there were me. You know, I was the kid who, I had ADHD problems. I was always fighting kids in school. I could never sit still. You know what I mean? And I had all the big cousins.
That's your water if you need some.
Okay, I had all the big cousins, and I was the kid that everybody wanted to help. You know what I mean? I had so many hands on me. It took a village to praise me.
Okay.
And I'm thankful for that. So growing up as a kid, I didn't I kind of told you before the podcast, like I didn't have the resources to work out like these kids do. You know what I mean? Because elementary, who was there to train me? You know, my mom didn't know anyone. My mom was only a track star. She didn't play football in high school. She didn't play football in college. She don't know nobody like that. My brother didn't play sports like that, and my sister was a brainiac. So there's no one that was in our intermediate family that can give me the love.
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes to boxing, my Uncle Tommy is in Detroit. I'm not a boxer. That's not my love.
Yeah.
You punch me, I get mad. You know, I don't have the control to withstand and then give back. Okay?
At that time, you didn't.
At that time.
You do now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can
100%.
tell you do now.
So, but growing up with just my mom in the household, you know, it was some days that was tough because I wanted to do things, but I had to stay at home. You know what I mean? I had to do my homework.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford to go to all the different events that everybody went to, that all the kids went to. Okay. So playing football, I always had a knack of being one of the best athletes because I was driven. I had older siblings. I had older cousins that was rough with me growing up. So I naturally had a knack for the football. Okay.
Okay, so I heard I was doing some research and I seen some videos 2000. It was like it said 12 years ago. Okay. And it said Brian Lee 50. I think it was like you were the linebacker and the running back.
Yeah.
And you was playing for a bunch. Like I seen a bunch of different jerseys. I couldn't tell all the teams.
Got you.
But tell me a little bit. You were a star, right, around here.
So
and like college too, right?
Yeah, I went to college. I did some things in college.
Let me know what's up. I don't know too much.
So this the funny thing. So out of high school, you know, I went to Star High School. My freshman year, I went to Scott. It was a guy named Gardner Howard who was my dean at Robinson, who impacted my life a lot. R.I.P. Gardner Howard. He passed away. Okay. So Gardner got me to go to Scott. I was so guaranteed to go to Central Catholic, but Gardner convinced me to don't take my placement test serious, sign my name on it, and sign on the back. I'm going to Scott 2400. Sent that in to Central Catholic. They told my mom that my test scores was so low that I couldn't get into Central.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody knew that I was going to Central and I was going to be one of the next greats at Central Catholic. I knew that I was going to be different and go to Scott because I loved the way Scott tradition was. It was something about being a dog. You know, so my sister went to Scott. Scott was undefeated in basketball when my sister was a cheerleader. I go to Scott. We went 2-8. We probably won 2 games. And it was grueling, but I had fun. I loved it, you know, because I started varsity as a freshman. I made second team all city as a freshman. I was on BCSN multiple times as a freshman phenom, you know, and I had an instant impact. And I really credit the success of my instant impact to a guy named Wayne Galladay, who was one of the best, who is the best coach that I have had from now until date, you know, from then until now. You know what I mean? He was an elementary coach for the Mid-City Spartans. Okay. You know what I mean? Before the Spartans, I played for Gunkel, okay? That's where Brian Lee the Freak got started, okay? I became the Freak Show because of this. Like, okay, you see the Freak Factory.
Yeah.
It was a guy named Jeremy Lincoln. Yeah. Okay, Jeremy Lincoln is from this area. And he used to have a camp every year at Central Catholic, just like Cardinal Smith have his camp at Scott every year, right? But Jeremy Lincoln used to bring in all former pro players. So he'd bring in Felipe Sparks, which is Jordan Sparks' dad. So I knew of Jordan Sparks no air before of anybody because I knew her dad, Felipe Sparks. You look him up, he was a DB for Green Bay.
Oh, was he?
Okay. So Felipe Sparks had a good friend named Chuck Smith. Chuck Smith is the all-time sack leader for the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Chuck Smith was a dog. Pass rush guru.
Oh.
Pass rush.
Oh, pass rusher.
Yeah, linebacker, pass rush guru. Yeah. So from 3rd grade to senior year in high school, I went to that camp every year. You know what I mean? In one year, he brought his friend, the Real Freak Show. And that's where I got my name, the Freak Show, because Javon Kerr said, man, this dude's a freak. Man, what grade you in? I was only in the 5th grade, tearing up the high school kids with the moves because I learned and I did the moves that they taught me every day.
So Javon Curse is the one that said that?
Yeah, you the freak. And he went to Tennessee, he a Titan.
Tennessee Titans, yeah.
And he the real freak show.
And you're not lying because when I see your Facebook, it said 12 years ago when it says the freak show or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, it ain't like he just started this name. He been had this name.
I was named that. They gave me that name, you know, and I was working hard, you know what I mean? And then I took it and it just created in my mind that I'm the freak. Yeah. And I'm going to put on a show for you. Yeah. So I made sure every play I gave it my all. You know, and then I still was not able to get the resources to continue to show and continue to play. Like, I feel like right now, if God gave me the opportunity, I can go out there and play today. But then who will be here for these kids?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't tell you this, but I had an opportunity to play some pro football this year.
You did?
You know what I mean? It's a team called the Omaha Beef. They play in the CIF. That's an indoor football league, okay? All the way in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah.
They offered me opportunity to come play some defensive end linebacker. I messaged the head coach. I'm like, hey, listen, if I leave, who's going to replace me? Who's going to take care of these kids?
Yeah.
Who's going to train them?
Yeah.
Who's going to develop them?
Nobody.
I go over there and play. Yeah, that's one person chasing money instead of me making multiple millions of dollars here. You know, that's my thing. I want to make sure that these kids that's the $1 million. If one kid gonna make $1 million, that's great for me.
Yeah.
You don't owe me nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
You making it is
Of
everything.
course. You're not saying you make multiple millions. You said by you helping all these kids and them making multiple millions, it actually feeds you and makes you a millionaire inside.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if I hang around nothing but millionaires, what am I?
Of course, you're gonna be a millionaire.
Come on, if I'm producing millionaires out of this factory, eventually the owner, the CEO, got to chase $1 million.
Of course.
But if you get yours before me, I'm not mad.
Yeah, of course. And you shouldn't be, because that's the way that you're gonna train them to become all this, and one of them is gonna look out for you for sure.
Not even to look out. I just want them to look out for the kids behind them.
Yeah, they're coming up. Yeah.
You know, so
not look out for you, but maybe look out for the program.
Yeah, so them helping me out, like, hey, coach, this year's showcase,
fuck yeah,
is free.
Yeah, or imagine they all say, hey, we're all coming to your showcase next year.
And they already pro athletes,
and they're pros and this and that.
And they come, and that's give all the kids in the future something to look up to. Like, y'all was here at this showcase?
Yeah.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
You know, this is what I want to do, because...
And that's kind of what Snoop does over there in Cali.
Think about this. Remember that kid, DeAnthony Thomas? They used to call him the Black Mamba. He played at Oregon. Snoop Dogg used to call him his nephew.
Yeah.
He ain't no blood to him.
No.
But that kid, you couldn't tell no difference. And Snoop didn't want nothing from that kid, far as no financial gain. It was all genuine love.
Yeah.
DeAnthony, he spoke life into that kid. That guy was one of the most dynamic football players we have seen since, like, Reggie Bush, Tavon Austin.
You know, Juju Smith-Schuster's from for Snoop Dogg's camp.
Come on, like, they speak life into these kids.
Yeah.
And we come out, and we at home talking smack. Oh, why he doing all those dances and TikToks?
Yeah.
But we watching.
Shit, yeah. And then look, Steelers got sick and tired of his games. Send him to KC. Boom, he wins a Super Bowl.
He wins a Super from KC, cashed in, got to check out another organization.
Yeah.
It's always a business.
It's always a business.
You'll never see Juju saying, oh, well, I disrespect the Pittsburgh or I disrespect KC.
He loved them.
It's all love. I appreciate you. If you ever need my services, call me again.
Juju's cool, man. He's the truth. I follow him on TikTok.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, I always. So that was okay. So where did you played at Start, right?
Yep.
And then
so from Start,
then you went some.
So at Start, okay, I had a full ride to go to Indiana, okay, but my grades didn't check out, so I had to go to summer school, okay. From summer school, I got in trouble in summer school, okay, to the point where it did not allow me to get on the field at Indiana, all right. And then from there, I kind of had a down spiral. I went to a school called Siena Heights. You know what I mean? Coach Cone gave me a second chance at life. He said, hey, Brian, I want you to enroll into Owens. I don't care if it's this. And I want you to finish up this summer school. Then I want you to come down here to me, and we're going to do this together. And I went down there, and he gave me a second chance at life. I dominated. I had a great time. You know what I mean? And then it helped me get an opportunity to try out for the CFL teams. It helped me have opportunity to play some indoor football. And then from then, it told me directly, Coach Cone told me, say, Brian, if this does not work out for you, you're a hell of a football player. But let's say for whatever reason, you can't continue to play. Look out for the ones behind you. You can make it more smoother for them when they transition. Yeah. Okay, so now there's a kid named Showtime, Darier Hall. I've been training Darier Hall for a year. I coached him when he was a freshman.
I know his father, yeah.
Okay, Darier is going to Siena Heights. And that same coach is there. He's the head coach now. Okay. When I was there, he was just the defensive coordinator. Okay, and Darier got a full ride. And when I was there at Siena, they gave me pretty much a full ride. You know what I mean? And then it's so funny how, like, I'm working. It goes in a circle.
It comes back around.
Oh, and that, to me, that's great, because you never know who's watching. And Leo was at the show. Leo and Showtime was at the spring game. And he was like, "Hey, we work out at the Freak Factory." Coach Cone was like, "The Freak Factory? Yeah, Brian Lee runs it." Brian Lee, tell him I said, "What up? That's my boy." You know what I mean? Awesome. It's a good jail.
Of course.
Oh
Because
yeah,
everything in life, man, as long as you do some good stuff, man, everything comes back. And I swear,
100% full circle.
God or the world or whatever
Something,
people believe,
something, some
whatever
energy.
people believe in, it comes back around and like helps
Oh
you
yeah,
out, man. All right, so okay, so then all that, so the coach telling you even if football doesn't
doesn't work.
lead,
Lead
he
you
said coaching or
coaching it
and then
could get you further.
that's how it how did that's how you started coaching.
They got me to coaching. So
Okay.
when I came back home around 2016, 2015, okay.
I mean, you played flag football on my team, I
Yeah, I
guess.
did. I played flag football on your team. We went
Yeah,
to the championship game. We ended up losing. It's okay,
yeah.
1 point.
And now we lost to the team that you
You
won
play.
the world championship. Now you
Yeah.
play for that team.
Remember we just said life goes in full
Yeah,
circles. Okay,
yeah.
same team.
You lost
All
the
right,
championship
to the
with
good
us, and
fellas.
then you won
Now,
back.
now I'm running with the good fellas and we winning.
Yeah.
So, so back to my story. So in 2015, 2016, I was at a transitional period because I got offered an opportunity to play up in Winnipeg. Okay, but then I had a girl pregnant. So my mom always taught me you take care of your responsibilities. So I kind of put Winnipeg on a back burner, thinking that if I come home and secure this situation, that I can go back. But once you leave, ain't no going back. You got to work your way back up top because you just kind of turned your way. And what film do you have? What are you doing now? You don't ain't
Yeah,
doing
of
nothing.
course.
We're not giving you no opportunity. So I played some indoor football for some team called the Triangle Torch and another team called the Central Penn Chargers out of Pennsylvania. They're a
Okay.
developmental indoor football team. Okay. So as I was doing that, I was traveling back and forth and I was coaching at Start High School as the freshman defensive coordinator with a guy named Coach Chris. Chris McBrayer was the head coach.
Okay.
And from there, we did 2 years together and we didn't lose a game. Chris left and I stayed. Then I won another year. So that was 3 championships in a row at Start that we won. And I produced these kids. I went and got these kids. I'm not saying that in no malice way, but I was the freshman coach. So, of course,
Yeah.
I'm going to all the kids in the area, recruiting them to come to Start. And those kids stayed, and they never lost a game. That's how Start became the powerhouse that there was. So, and Coach Harder stepped away. After our third straight championship, okay, we went to the playoffs, all right? And then Coach Harder stepped away to become a principal. And if you're a principal, you can't be a coach. You could be a dean and a coach, but not a principal. That's too much responsibility.
Okay.
Okay. So, anyways, our coaching staff breaks up. All right. A guy named Pargo comes around, and Pargo feels intimidated by me because I'm a younger coach and all the kids love me, but he did not know that I was their head coach for the freshmen, and I helped out with the JV too. And plus, I got good energy, so kids wanted to play with me.
Of course.
So he comes in and all the kids is listening to me, loving me because we in there working out. Hey, we ain't missing no beat. When a new coach come, we come. But we in here working. He felt some type of way about that. You know what I mean? And then how the kids love me and how I'm like, I can be a player coach and I can be both. But the kids love playing for me.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, the old traditional guys, they don't like that style of play. Like I'm more of a Deion Sanders type of coach. You know what I mean? I'm a boast about my kids. My kids are gonna hear me talk about how we whooped on y'all because we worked hard for this. You know what I mean? If we don't put in no work, you ain't gonna hear us talk. But if we put in that work, I'm gonna brag about my boys.
Yeah, and you're younger, so you relate more to them.
Yes.
I think. I don't know.
100%.
Yeah.
That
Especially
don't-
at that point.
Yeah.
You were way younger, right?
Oh, 100%. I was 25 when I
Yeah.
first became a head coach at Wake.
So you're like 10 years older than them or whatever. I
Yeah,
don't know.
so it was a really good connection. And Wake was having a couple bad seasons. Their last coach was good, was Coach Chipka. Coach Chipka was a solid guy, but he had the opportunity to go to St. Francis.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he left, and those kids felt abandoned. So it was a guy named Kurt Heidelberg. He was a former European head coach. He's a good guy. He was coaching at Wake, but then he got an opportunity to coach overseas again, so he left. So Wake was in a void. I applied for the job. I pulled up in my school bus. I seen it on the flyers. Walked into the school and like, hey, listen, I want to coach at this school. My mentor is Gardner Howard. Him and Romulus Durant dictated my life so much. Dr. Durant used to come take me to work out with him when I was a young kid. That was the only guy that I worked out with me. You know what I mean? This transition to him being a superintendent. He was just assistant principal at Riverside then. He wasn't no big wig. He was just an average guy.
He was just trying to help out a young man.
He was just trying to help out a young man that had the same dreams that he did because he played.
Oh,
You know what I mean? He went to University of Toledo. He went to Wake and he dominated.
Damn.
So to fast forward a little bit, I coached at Wake and I had a great successful first
You
year.
had a good logo. Why not wait? Yeah, I remember.
Oh
that.
yeah, why not wait? Because I wanted these kids to believe in themselves. Just because you're on the east side don't mean that you can't play ball or you can't go to college. I had colleges, universities coming in, kids transferring from everywhere. And I rubbed some of the administrative staff wrong. I was immature with a lot of things. I would post some things that they did not deem was quote unquote professional, I was funny. I'm Facebook funny at that time.
Yeah.
And I look at now, and those same different coaches are Facebook funny now. It's okay now.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I did it,
It was ahead of the time.
exactly. When I did it, it was a problem, you know?
Yeah,
so it kind of rubbed my principal wrong. He didn't like that. He kept getting people calling him like, hey, why is your head coach posting this? So that kind of rubbed him wrong.
Yeah.
And he wanted to go in a different direction with a guy named Aaron Peacock, who was already on my staff, who I love and respect.
Yeah.
So I wasn't mad at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's okay.
You have a great coaching tree. Almost every single person that was on your coaching tree is like a good coach
guy.
somewhere else, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like your coaching tree, like the people that come on, the ones that you created from your head coach.
Oh, yeah. Al Thompson's at
He was
Cardinal Stretch.
Yeah.
Him and Lloyd.
Was Justin Barrett one of your coaches too?
Justin Barrett was with me. He was
Aaron
my offensive
Peacock.
Aaron Peacock. You know, so these guys, Wayne Galladay, these guys, Fatty Spears, Lindsey Schuler, these guys continue to work over there at weight, and I don't feel no type of way. I'll go to weight games. There ain't no beef. If they ask for any advice, if I can help them, I give it to them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So then a lot of people, it rubbed them wrong that they say that I'm the reason why some kids transferred from weight and went to Central, but I went to those kids' mom's house and sat on their couch and told their mom and signed the contract with their mom, hey, I'm going to be there as the third parent to make sure your kid gets to the next level.
Yeah.
And just because I stopped being the coach a year or two into the tenure of a 4-year contract, I'm going to continue to make sure I'm there for your kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Any way possible.
Of course. And then the thing is, you promised that to the parents. You can't, you don't trust them guys to do the same thing that you're going to do,
but
right?
I didn't know those guys was going to be the head coaches because we was
Oh,
in the
you didn't
interview-
know.
We was in
Okay.
the interviewing phase.
Okay.
And I just knew that if I got an interview for my own job again,
Yeah.
it's not looking good for me to come back.
Okay.
And then I know that they did not like that how when we beat Clay, I ran on the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I felt like those fans they looked down on us on the east side. When we beat Clay that last moment, Javon Pratt threw that touchdown to Alex Booz.
Yeah.
Those are big names on the east side.
Yeah.
Man, that I felt when God lifted me on the field, I'm running out there. I got tackled by my kids. That frowned upon that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna defend my kids.
Yeah.
A referee can't say nothing crazy to my kids because
It's not.
what you talking about my kids for? Talk to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people they did not like that. You know, so
You rub people the wrong way.
yes.
But
And
I don't understand. You just going for the kids. It's not like
sometimes they don't understand that because they thinking that you using that to mask something else.
Oh.
And they probably thought I had a hidden motive. But I didn't. I just genuinely love.
Like you trying to just like fake it to make it type.
Exactly. You're not trying to use us as a pedestal to jump higher.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why when I left weight, I went and coached at Scott, another school that I love. It wasn't no going to Central or St.
Yeah,
John's.
and then why did you leave weight? What happened? What ended up happening at the end?
So at weight, when I wouldn't say I lost my job because I didn't get terminated.
Yeah.
I literally just didn't get my contract renewed.
Okay.
So I interviewed for the process. They had a better interview with Coach Peacock. They felt like he was a more mature guy at the time. He's like 15 years older than me.
Yeah, you were the youngest coach they probably had ever, right?
Ever, yeah. And Coach Peacock went to weight. He's a Hall of Famer at weight.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a good transition. If they wanted to go that way, it's good. Coach Peacock is still there now.
Yeah.
Coach basketball and football.
Yeah.
This works for him. Okay, so weight is still competitive. You know, so
And you can't have no problem with that. That's just what life is.
the funny thing is, our last workout as me being a weight head coach, me and Coach Peacock, we outside. I made sure that our kids had a great weight room, okay? But we was training at the YMCA, the new Board of Education. Dr. Durant got a whole beautiful weight room in there and he let weight use it. So we over there, I pulled Coach Peacock to the side. I'm letting Wayne Galladay run it. I'm like, hey, Coach Peacock, we had a conversation and he was like, hey, you know, Brian, I really think that they're going to go for me with being head coach. I said, I believe they are too. And I'm not mad at that. I wish you nothing but love.
Yeah.
I still love you, still my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we already knew that this was coming. All I asked him was just take care of everybody and be you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just continue to be you. Don't let them try to them replacing me with you, scare you. Be you. And that's all he has been since he took the opportunity. He's been
I want to
himself.
get him on the podcast one day, talk about his team.
Good
and
dude.
stuff.
And his son plays for University of Cincinnati as a starter now. Tom Bump is a beast.
Yeah, I want to have him on there. He actually grew up in my neighborhood. We grew up in the same neighborhood.
Are they good people?
Aaron Peacock. Eric Peacock.
Him and his wife, they all good people.
Yeah, I don't know him like really, really good, but I know he was like a star basketball player for my neighborhood and stuff like that.
He still got game.
Yeah,
Still got game.
I want to.
So that's why when Wade transitioned over to Peacock, I wasn't mad.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna you couldn't scroll down on my Facebook and find out anything crazy.
Yeah.
Was everybody initially a thing will be hurt. Like, oh, they
Of course,
replacing
a
me.
little salty. Yeah.
Salty, yeah. But
Yeah.
as you grow and you see things, it was the best move because that was God. God told me, you did your course here. You gave Peacock the opportunity to be a head coach. Peacock probably would have been a Wade head coach. Wade would have never got that blessing. He probably would never even look to be a head coach.
Of course. Because you're the one that brought him in,
Then
and
that
then he
staff,
became this.
and now that staff is still there. So that's a pillar to that community.
Of course.
So that's what God wanted.
Of course. You can't look at any situation like a bad situation.
No.
You should always look at the situation like it happened to you, for you to become better.
For this reason.
Yeah, not like, because anything you can look at it bad. You can get a flat tire and be like, damn, I'm so mad. But you can be like, damn, maybe I would have got into a car accident down the street.
If I didn't get that flat tire.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have got that flat tire. I look at things a positive way. I have to, bro.
And that's how in life you got to stop looking at all them setbacks as roadblocks. Maybe that setback is stopping you from jumping over the ledge because there isn't no ceiling there. There isn't no floor for you to step onto. Maybe it wants you to go around for a reason.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So once I created my tow truck, I became 300 pounds. I was 325 pounds.
Damn.
I ain't never been that big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was big. I was depressed. I had a pocket full of money.
Yeah.
But I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I listen, I was riding by a gym. And I almost ran into a lady because I was riding by a gym right here, riding down the north side. Right, I was coming from the north side. Right, I'm turning and riding down by this big old blue beautiful building, and then I see a gym right here downtown. There's a gym.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I looking in the inside and I see somebody pushing a sled, and I'm thinking to myself like, dude, you pushing the wrong business.
Yeah.
These kids need you. You know what I mean? And I got rid of my tow truck and I just dove all the way in.
Okay, hold on. So after your coaching weight, right?
Yeah.
Then you started a tow truck company,
Yes.
right? So you started a tow truck company, and then that's when how long were you towing for?
I
You
was
were
towing
towing for a while.
2 years.
And you started and I heard that you was making like cash, $2,000 a day.
A day.
Like,
A day.
Okay.
It was good money.
Yeah.
Oh, I was repoing cars.
Yeah.
See, look, from 5 to 8,
Yeah.
I'm tearing them up.
Yeah.
3 cars. Every repo the car is like from $200 to $700. That's for a repo car. It depends on how late the car is.
Yeah.
How bad they want the car. You can
Okay,
get $1,000 for a car. You know
Say
what I mean?
they haven't paid it for months and months
Come
and
on.
months. Yeah.
And this car is a 2020 Ram truck. They
Yeah.
want that back.
They need that back. 'Cause
It's only
They
got-
need to sell it again to somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah.
No matter what the situation is, it's
And
gonna
ain't
get
nobody
back.
stopping you. I ain't gonna be like, oh, you be like, man, get out of here, boy.
It's not even about that. I'm respectful.
Oh, yeah.
And you know why I'm here to get this truck,
Yeah.
but you won't even see me. I'm gone.
Yeah.
You literally don't even know how to got your car.
You be in a grocery store, come out with your
It's
groceries,
gone.
it's gone.
I did my research on you. You know what I mean? It's gone. But I got tired of people calling me at 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning
Yeah.
for tows. And I felt bad when I wasn't able to answer their call because I'm sleeping with my family. I think it's inconsiderate. Yeah, you're going to make $200 on this call, but everybody don't want to see their significant other or their person or they love leaving there outside at 1 in the morning. So come on, it's a lot of things that happen at night, and a lot of them ain't
crazy
good.
shit. Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
so you got to rebalance your life. You get to
Yeah.
having kids. You want to spend more time with your kids. I'm in a tow truck driving all day. What if I get into an accident?
Yeah.
I'm one turn away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Anything.
But if I'm at a gym, I'm here all day.
Yeah.
Sun up, sun down. I wake up at 5 in the morning and I don't leave till 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
And I literally get 4 hours a day and I'm back at it. And I do not complain. My body do not tell me nothing. I get more energy every time I go see a different kid. A different kid come in the gym, I'm energized.
All right, so what happened? Okay, you're towing the thing, you see the gym, you see the sled. What happened? Like, how did you give up all your tow truck and your whole business for the kids?
Okay, so once I rode by this, in my mind, it hit me.
You're fat too.
I'm big.
You're like, you know what I'm
need to
saying?
get in
You're
shape.
always strong, but
I'm big.
But you got, you know what I'm saying?
I'm big. Big
Yeah.
face, big jaw, big everything big on me.
You don't feel good. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you need to get in the gym. So I dedicated to getting in the gym. I got a friend named Ryan Clayton. He said, hey, Brian, if you get 250 by, he gave me 4 months. If you get 250 by this, I'll take you to the best steak restaurant there is in Toledo. So we go to the Hollywood Casino.
Yeah.
Right? But anyways,
They have the
every
final
day.
cut that.
every day, the first day I go to the gym, I ain't want to be there. My body was hurting. Parts of my body that was hurting, I didn't even know I had.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? Every day I got up and I sat in the sauna. That became my best friend. And then you start to hear people saying this thing. You look like you on steroids. What you taking? That's in my mind. Okay,
Yeah.
you doing good things. You still fat, but
Yeah.
still they just blowing your head up.
You weren't taking nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But then me and Showtime started working out. Me and Big Mike started working out. And I started training kids on the side because I used to train kids during COVID for only $1 at Ottawa Park. So I always was training kids. Even when I was driving the tow truck, I just did not have the time and availability because I was always on call.
Okay.
Okay, so I gave a kids 2 hours out of the day and I met them at Ottawa Park and I had a great group.
Okay.
All different type of kids.
For $1?
$1.
Yeah.
So
Just for your time.
literally, I'll leave out there with $20.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. I had
cool.
worked out 30 kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, because some people didn't even bring the $1.
No.
And what are you going to do? Oh, well,
It's
come
okay,
on,
come
let's
on.
go.
Let's go. If it generally wasn't about the money.
Of course.
It's not. So I always had a passion to help and develop kids, but it didn't really hit me until I'm driving this truck. I look and the only thing I seen was just me. Why ain't you in this gym? Why ain't this your gym? You need to get in shape. And who's here to help the kids?
Yeah.
Okay. So boom, I started working out. And then there was a guy named Melvin Thomas that got killed tragically on the north side. He was the only guy in our area that was really training the youth girls basketball players at Toledo Christian. He had a thing called Focus and they was doing good things. They was moving and nobody replaced him.
Yeah. I remember hearing that in a podcast. You said after Melvin died, you felt like nobody was like helping the kids anymore.
Who's gonna do something for the kids? Did nobody step up and be like, all right, Melvin gone, I'm gonna help it, carry that torch.
Okay.
Melvin did things that I could never replace for nobody. But I got a torch that can keep you warm too.
Hey, what's his name? Melvin what?
Melvin Thomas.
Melvin Thomas.
Phenomenal young man.
Yeah.
Oh, great
Much
dude.
respect.
Even better friend. Oh yeah. If your family watching, we love you, Melvin. But
That's crazy.
that riding by that triggered it. Melvin dying put it in action. I already spoke it into existence when I rolled by it in that tow truck. You know what I mean? And then I get it to action. I get an opportunity. I started training kids. I get my I'm a certified personal trainer. I went to ISSA. Okay, I paid about $2,500 and I took 7 courses. B. Hayes called me. He was like, hey man, hey, I'm certified, dude. What is you waiting on? I said, you right. I got my certifications. One thing about B. Hayes, me and him brothers. We never in no competition. Any personal trainer out here in this world, ain't no competition. There's so many people that need us.
Of course.
It's like a doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't hear doctors talking about other doctors.
No.
We all here to help.
Yeah.
So anyways, B. Hayes got the 8 ball rolling like, hey, I need you to get your certifications. You working out kids at Crunch. I think you need your certification. Something going on with you and I like it.
Yeah.
So I get my certifications. I did it in record time. I did all my certifications in a month. Everything. You know what I mean? I'm an elite trainer now. You know what I mean? It goes your basic training. You got an advanced trainer. You got an elite trainer. You got a master trainer. B. Hayes is a master trainer. That's like having a doctor's degree.
Yeah.
I got the one underneath a doctor's degree, which is good. His is impressive.
Yeah.
Remember I told you I don't ever feel no type of way about giving nobody other praise.
Absolutely.
But anyways, B. Hayes got the motion rolling. I started training out of a gym. I called Brandon Thornton.
Yeah.
Hey, B. Thornton, what gym can I
know
train
him too.
kids out of? Because Crunch is going to say something to me if I keep coming in here with different guests. Okay? He called a guy named Marcel Coffey. Marcel Coffey is a gym owner at Focus Fitness on Airport. Okay? Marcel Coffey told me, he said, hey, Brian, come into the gym. He said, hey, B, it's December 10th. I'll give you to the end of the month free, but every month I want whatever money that he wanted to pay me for the overhead. You know what I mean? So I said, all right, that's cool. I made so much money in those few days. I turned to Marcel like, hey, here go the money for the next month of rent. And it made me feel so good because I'm working. I got all these kids coming into his gym, signing up for memberships. A lot of them still there.
Yeah.
They didn't leave the gym. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
So I'm training kids, I'm training adults, and I'm happy every day. You know what I mean? I'm not making as much money as I was in a tow truck.
Yeah.
$2,000 a day is a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm not hungry.
Yeah.
Okay? So then a place called Redline, which is a $1 billion industry. They called my phone like, hey, we've been seeing what you've been doing these past few months at that little space that you have. How about you come in and check us out? I hung up on them because I was so bought in what me and Marcel had locked in.
Yeah.
I wanted to change the world with Marcel because he's a good dude. He gave me this opportunity. That's how I am. I'm a loving ass person.
Of course.
I don't mind you being the boss. We're going to do this together. Okay? But they kept calling me. So then they called my brother. Okay? My brother's a boxer named Antoine Jones, right? They call Antoine. He got a fight today, May 13th.
Okay.
So anyways, Antoine was came to the gym, was like, hey, I need this space for my two sons. They're good athletes. This is like a great facility. They was like, hey, do you know anybody that would like to train or be a football coach here? Help the football development? Antoine was like, why ain't y'all call my brother Brian Lee? They like, dude, he won't return our calls. We have been calling him. He said, what? Hold on. He FaceTimed me. I'm training somebody at Focus. He said, hey, look, bro, I know where your location at. What's going on with you? Why ain't you responding? I said, I thought the place was fake. He turned the camera and showed me. I don't know what happened, but like I can honestly say that I felt chills go through my whole entire body. That was my calling. You know, like everything that you seen when you roll by in that tow truck, it's in this place. Sleds, it's turf, it's facility, is immaculate.
I know, it's nice.
You know, and then they give me the opportunity to be the director of all football development. You know, so, and I can train and work people out.
Yeah.
So that took my game and my training to the next level, to the point where I can have a camp in this facility if I wanted to.
Yeah. Did you talk to Marcel and have a one-on-one with him about the whole thing?
So yeah, I talked to Marcel. I'm like, hey, I don't know if I'm gonna take it. But then I called him again. I'm like, hey, I think I'm gonna take the opportunity because you can't pass out on blessings.
Yeah, and what he was
He was thrilled. Right? Oh, he was 100% thrilled.
A true friend will be with you 100%.
100%.
Doesn't matter what it is.
He said if I want to use both gyms, he'd help me out. He'd cut me deals, things like that. You know what I mean? I just told him that I feel like if I'm gonna be committed somewhere, I gotta go all in. And if there's any extra time, I gotta give it to my family. I think it'd be very hard going from both gyms, telling this gym, hey, these rates are here, but going to this gym, charging different rates. That's confusing. That ain't fair. You know what I mean? Yeah, my prices have changed that red line, but my facilities have too. You know what I mean? The things that 100% better facilities, things that we can do at work. I could do the same thing at Focus. You can get in shape with Marcel. Marcel's a great trainer. But there's certain things that at red line that we can do that we can't do at a smaller gym.
What I noticed, it was more like high tech equipment and stuff like that.
That's next level.
I seen a bunch of next level type stuff at your new gym that I didn't see. I mean, no hate to nobody. I'm just, that's what I seen, because I don't know.
Like
I just
the
see what
Raptor
I
Max,
see
the
on
Vert
Facebook.
Max, those things that LeBron James kids jump on and get more explosive off.
I
had Jerry Easter in the gym laying the ball up on the Raptor Max. This is like 220 pounds of resistance. This kid attacking, laying the ball up right above the rim, finishing. So I'm getting the most out of these kids. I'm giving these kids next level training. So that's the whole thing about the freak factory. Because once you come into my factory, you're gonna be a freak. I'm pushing you out a freak. It don't matter if you was a 300-pound 5'5" lineman. Your mentality is gonna be, like I always say, unbroken. I don't want nobody to be able to look at you and be like, oh man, dude, you weak. What? I got that Mamba mentality. It's something built in me that you just can't. You can't take this away from me. If I can last in a freak factory, this work at this little 8-hour shift ain't nothing. You know what I mean?
All right, so that's how the freak factory started, right?
Yes.
So tell me like a typical workout at the freak factory.
Okay,
like say I'm a running back for Central Catholic. What are you gonna do?
So one thing I'm gonna tell you is we at 5 a.m. You're gonna come in at 5 a.m. The first 10 minutes we are training. Okay, what I mean by training, we're training your muscles to become loose. So we rolling you out. We're doing certain type of warm-up stretches, jaws, calisthenics to get your body intervaled. It's very tiring. My warm-up is intense. You are pretty much pushing a sled 9 times, down and back 40 yards. That's one. Okay, that's our warm-up, and we add the weight. We start off with 135, we go up to 225, and you running this thing. And then in the meantime, after you go up and down, I got a 550-pound tire that you hop in and hop out of. Okay, and then I got a 10-pound sledgehammer. So you do 10 hop-ins and hop-outs. Then you got 10 on each side sledgehammers. Okay, remember I said we got 9 rounds of that. You throwing up. You instantly throwing up. All you done. Your first 15 minutes with me, you're done. Before we even touch any weights or anything, you got to get that conditioning in. Because I want your body to be at its weakest before we even try to build it up. So that means when it's game time, your body fresh. There ain't nothing going to break you because you used to training when your body's abused. Imagine when it's healthy. You know what I mean? So my mindset is we do a lot of plyo. Okay, so after I break you down for that first 15 minutes, then we bring out the plyo, the bands, and we do a lot of resistant training and individual leg training. You know what I mean? I'm real big on working the individual muscles because they not going to fire together if you didn't train them separately. You know what I mean? You like, why would I train them together? Because if you got a stronger right leg than the left leg, it's gonna overcompensate, and you would never know that you jumping more on this leg than you do this leg. But I got a machine at my gym that it's gonna scan your body while you jumping. It's gonna tell me, oh, this right side is weaker by this left side by 25%. And it's your hip, which is causing the unbalancedness. And then that way we can focus the training on that area. You know what I mean? So that's why I love Redline. Redline got so many different technology things. Oh yeah.
So you do like box jumps with one leg, this, like you focus on make sure this leg is strong, this leg is strong, and doing stuff like
this
that.
This pec strong, that pec strong, this elbow strong, this elbow strong, because a lot of times when we get injuries, it's because one part of our body is overcompensating for another. And a lot of things with these ACL injuries, these kids, they don't know how to build their legs up. They just going in there doing squats. What about the quads? This is what's protecting that
and
ACL.
That's why a lot of injuries, because their muscles are not built strong enough.
Look at all the kids that got ACL injuries. They got the most weakest quads you ever seen in your life. Now, freak accidents happen all the time. Of
course.
Saquon Barkley got the best legs we ever seen.
36 or whatever.
You know, and you know, but things happen. But that's the big thing is I'm real big on being thorough with our workout. My workout is demanding. You know what I mean? I put you through what I call a professional and college workout. That's why I want you to come in at 5 a.m. so that your body is at its peak.
Okay, so what if you're a big, I've always played lineman. What if you're a big 300-pound lineman? Are you going to give me some strength?
I always give you strength. So after our 30 minutes on the field, so we do 30 minutes on the field, 30 minutes in the weight room, and I got a circuit meant for that muscle group. And I'm real big on supersets. I'm real big on drop set, pyramid sets. That way that, you know what I mean, everybody think in order to get strong, you have to lift a lot of heavy weight. Sometimes reps will be the best way. If you 300 pounds, you already got the strength. You already got the size. Let's cut it up. Let's form this thing. That's big with me. I want to form your body.
And you're strong. I know you are personally strong. I played flag football a few weeks ago. My team versus your team. You guys won.
That's cool.
But I felt, I mean, one time, like, me and you like played against, you hit me like this one time, just like a little tap. Boy, I was like, damn, bro, chill out.
It's just
you
like
got some power.
But then I'm so low level to gravity, you know. It's just things that I train my body to the point where I can't do it wrong. You know what I mean? I do so many reps.
And that's what you try to teach the kids, right?
So many reps.
What's the common misconceptions about working out at the gyms and working out, period?
Okay, so I think people that work out at the gym, they don't understand that you got to eat at home. You know what I mean? You got to feed that body that you working on. And the biggest thing is training and working out is two different things, okay? When you working out your body, you building up speed, you building up your endurance, you building up your strength. You working out on just a general thing. You're not training your body for anything extra. You really just working out. It's chest day. It's legs day. It's back day. You know what I mean? That is a general workout. But when you're training for a position, let's say you're a basketball player and you need to shoot threes for an hour. You got to work on your form, your arc. That is when your individual training come in. That is totally different. And I think people get training and workouts totally, they two different departments. So like LeBron James wake up at 5 a.m. and go work out. And then he goes to training at 6. You know what I mean? It's two different things. Then he goes to practice at 8. So he went to workout and he trained before he even went to basketball practice. And he's going to give that effort there too. That's the difference. And I think our athletes, that's what our athletes is failing in.
It's like me, okay, when I first started losing weight, I had to build my muscle.
100%.
So I just took it slow, building. I'm trying to build the muscle. And then one day I'll start doing more like athletic stuff. But I got to build my muscle first. That's why I feel like I need to do that first. All right, so I want to keep going with the what role do trainers have in shaping young men?
I feel like a trainer speaks life into young men and young women because we get to attack what you believe in, your dream. We get to push you personally to your dream. Every day, every time I see you, it's to push you to your dream. You're not here for nothing else but to get better towards the dream that you want. You want a better body? Okay, let's get a better body. You want to be the best jumper in the whole entire state? Let's work to becoming the best jumper in the entire state. And that relationship is vital because, you know what I mean, I'm going to learn your body and what makes your body produce. You know what I mean? And that's separate than what a football coach or your basketball coach will, because that coach is only going to make sure that you produce for their system. You know what I mean? I'm going to make sure that your body produce for you. That whatever your role is in that system, you can do maximized. So I feel like a lot of people, they got to understand that trainers are there to maximize your performance.
Yeah, because you're training the player. You're not part of the organization, this team,
I don't know the play
team.
call.
Yeah, you want to be the best running back. You're going to make him the best running back.
100%.
Okay. So what advice do you have? There's some questions that I always ask on my podcast, and I always ask, what advice do you have for coaches? Since you got three different things, like coaches, players, trainers. Give advice for all three of them.
All right, so
General advice.
This is general advice, and this is the main thing. Listen, the main thing that I never really used to do was I used to think that since I was in a head coach position that I knew it all. Continue to learn, continue to read, continue to ask questions. Don't ever feel like you know everything. Go to clinics, go to classes, and no question is a dumb question.
Yeah.
If you don't ask the question, then that's when you start to become dumb. You know, give yourself opportunity to mess up. Everyone makes a bad call.
Yeah.
Ain't
And we
nobody
can
perfect.
learn from everybody, right?
100%.
Yeah.
I feel like me and you right now, we learning from each other.
Yeah, I have learned a lot from you.
I learned a lot from you too, just on the business oriented side.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You keep everything thorough. You know what I mean? Everything is organized, everything is planned. You know what I mean? And that's how, if I wasn't a business savvy person, you will be teaching me this is the way that I run my business without telling me you should run your business the same way.
Yeah.
Some things are taught, learned by just seeing someone do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So coaches, young athletes, keep trying. If you fail, you bump your knee, get back up, brush it up, put some Neosporin on it, and keep trucking. It might be sore, put a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll heal up.
All right. I always ask people, who were your role models growing up, or who are your role models right now?
Okay, so as a kid, I had Dr. Durant. Okay, he was somebody that I wanted to be like. He got a sweet car, nice rims, nice and shaped dude. You know what I mean? Plays football, so I already stuck to him. I love Dr. D. All right, shout out to TPS.
Yeah.
Gardner Howard, rest in peace his soul. He made a great impact on me. My pastor, or my Reverend Geo Fletcher. Okay, Gerald Fletcher. He had a son, Jermaine and Gerald Fletcher. They both good people. You know what I mean? He really helped mold me a lot. You know, and a guy named Wayne Galladay, he was my elementary junior high coach. He helped me, and he still helped me, guide me to becoming a perfect man for my family and for myself, because I'm never perfect. I make mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch this podcast and be like, dang, you made a mistake there.
Yeah.
But I'm okay because I'm genuine. So it's all right.
Absolutely. I feel that everyone we know can show us something, good or bad. You might even look at somebody and be like, hey, you know what? I don't like what he does, but that's cool. You learn that not to do that.
Not to do it.
Or maybe he's bad at this, but he's a good father. You can see that.
100%.
And see that. So I always ask my last question for my podcast, what are your biggest dreams and your goals for the Freak Factory?
Okay, my biggest goal is May 28th. That I walk into the Freak Factory and it's full of kids, and these kids are really and not willing, are ready and willing to accept the workload and to get the awards at the end. Because I feel like if we can really buy in and help our kids get to the next level, that is the biggest thing for me. My biggest dream is that one day that I have a facility called the Freak Factory that has pictures of all the kids that I ever worked out with, that ever went to my showcase, that have given back 10 years down the line, that this organization continues to grow. And it's Freak Factories in Columbus, one in Cleveland, that they're global, and that they're like a Boys and Girls Club, but they're meant to produce your boy or girl to be a freak athlete, so that they know how to become a pro athlete.
That's awesome.
Look at Lamar Jackson. He didn't need no agent. Sometimes it just takes you to believe in yourself.
He got $260 million, highest paid ever.
Let's go. It just takes to believe in yourself.
Hey, Brian, thank you very much.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you coming on the podcast. If you have any more stuff, any more things, hit me up. As long as we got some time, we can make another podcast. We can talk about it. I learned a lot from you, man.
Same.
Thank you so much for what you do for the kids. Thank you so much for what you do for the flag football organization. Thank you so much for what you do for Toledo, the organization, all your coaching. I really appreciate it, because I'm a type of person that I've always wanted to get into coaching, but I got into some bad things in my life, and that stuff is wrong. So that I can't get into that no more. So I'm here now. I want to coach adults. I want to coach kids. But through my podcast, through my social media, and I want to help all you guys promote all your guys' little organizations,
Sweet.
your brands, the Freak Factory, About That Action. Whoever wants to talk about anything, I want to promote. I want to help all you guys, man.
Appreciate that.
Thank you so much. All
We
right.
help each other.
All right. 100. Thank you guys. See you guys next week on Big Yogi'z Garage.